10 or 12 years ago, it was around sports development. Now it's around getting the inactive active, and it's much wider than sports development. I commissioned Silverfit, which are a lovely organisation, to come in, and they've been very successful in attracting older people to do physical activity, and there's a social element to it. The key example that we have worked on and changed is with a resource available to us, we do much more now around older people. Working with public health and CCG, it's very apparent that trying to keep older people out of hospital, reduce emergency admissions, just keep them well as possible, is where it's at. How physical activity is perceived now in the council, we are safe anyway. We're not a big service. What they see that we're doing, people like.
Got other people thinking about how we can create a more physically active environment. So certainly within kind of master planning, where we're working with our regeneration colleagues, so we worked on Tottenham Hale Green and Open Spaces strategy and their street strategy, which has got that whole concept about how do we get people walking and cycling much more active. We've got others thinking about it, and it's embedded now in their master plan. So as they roll that out across developers, we're seeing those kind of different segments coming together. Be prepared to pilot stuff first and work through the way that they like to commission, as opposed to maybe the way we would have done it. So there's been a bit of a change in style of how we've had to operate. So I think we had to be more focused on evidence base. That was a real key thing about actually, particularly from the Public Health Commission's point of view, they're used to working in a world where things have been studied and actual outcomes have been verified, and the kind of impact of those. So for us, it's been about being much sharper on that kind of evidence base and looking at elsewhere where things have been achieved. They tend to work in those kind of compartments of conditions, and so whereas we might be coming from a kind of very general perspective, actually thinking like where's our offer around kind of rehabilitation or stroke, diabetes, whatever it might be. That's been a learning curve for us, which has helped us to reshape what we've been able to do.
That logic model work was really fantastic. I mean, I bring that out now all the time. It really is a plan on a page. It really does demonstrate to people very quickly and easily, what we can do, and they're those benefits. They're not benefits around getting people to play sport. The benefits are around cleaner air, people being engaged with their communities, people managing and looking after their and preventing long-term conditions. So that's the sort of language we're talking. And now we're thinking much more strategically.
Our experience is that over time it's moved the whole organisation on. It's made conversations possible where we wouldn't have got airtime previously, and from a senior management team in the council, it's definitely now on the agenda, and questions are being asked of us, and we're being invited to attend things that we wouldn't have been the second thought previously. So I think that's been a major difference.
The profile of physical activity is going to be more prominent in the next corporate plan. We're going to have an active and healthy Haringey as a cross-cutting theme. The future of us is, I think, rosy, and it's really good because you go to work and I've always really pretty much enjoyed my job, but recently it's more so because you're getting much more validation about what you're doing, and it's just fantastic.